telling you. And you don't want to keep letting shit slide because that shit's gonna build up, bro. I feel like we've all had some shit, like we just let some shit slide because, like we said, that shit not even a big ass deal, bro. Mm-hmm. And then that shit happened again.
Yo, man, you already know who it is, man. It's that Island God Talk podcast, man. Your favorite two co-hosts, J.U. and Kingmeechyyy in the building. And yes, we're still in the building. We're not in DR. This was supposed to be the DR episode.
Yeah. And that just lets you know, bro, sometimes, man, things don't go as planned. It just doesn't. For real, it wasn't our fault, though. It won't.
Extenuating circumstances, airline trouble, weather, like...
Facts.
A couple of different things, but, you know what I'm saying, we just pushed it back a little bit, you know what I'm saying? We really gonna surprise y'all with it, because, I don't know, like, it's like, you know how they say you don't want too many people knowing your plans, like, it just brings bad energy. People be having negative thoughts. Some people subconsciously, some people consciously, they don't want you to do shit that they can't do, you know?
Facts. And I think that's what it was. Like, somebody was like, I hope these niggas don't go. I hope these niggas don't go.
Somebody was praying. Somebody was definitely praying. But, hey, we gonna get that, cause you know?
Facts. And next time, we not telling nobody when we finna go. So,
exactly.
We just...
And, hey, man, you can't hold real niggas down forever.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't. But speaking of holding real niggas down forever, bro, I know you seen, like, you heard Gunna drop the album?
Yeah.
Did you listen to the album?
I did not listen to Gunna album at all. I had listened to the song he dropped before the album, but I didn't listen to his album at all.
I didn't listen to the album at all. The only thing I heard was that snippet on Fuck You Mean, Kupisky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, I heard a couple of snippets and I've seen some of the lyrics, but actually playing it, nah. Just because, like, and it's not even like the whole street code snitching thing, but just because you're being a fraud, and I feel like he's deflecting and not taking accountability. Like I heard he said he got tricked into telling, and he's bringing up other shit with other niggas, and just trying to deflect from the fact that you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should have owned up to it, say, hey, I really wasn't built for that shit. Really wasn't built for the street shit. Because you seen, like Thug dropped his album, and some people were saying, like, Gunna album was better, but you got, like, people got to understand, like, it's, first of all, Thug's album probably is going to sell more. Gunna's album, his shit is only going to sell what it sells because people wanted to hear what he had to say. And some people like the songs and say they're cool or whatever, but, like, Thug's shit was probably a bunch of throwaway songs. Like, he hasn't been able to record for, like, over a year now. Yeah. And Gunna's shit was some more thought out shit that he had time to put together while he's free and shit like that. So it's like you can't really compare that. So
literally, you can't compare that at all. And you got to think, this nigga Thug is still locked up. This nigga Gunna's free. Like, so a nigga that's releasing an album from jail and a nigga that's releasing an album from outside,
it's two different things. Yeah, two whole different things. I don't understand why people comparing it in that way. I think the storyline and the narratives of what's going on in the trial, like, all of that, like, all the narratives are cool, but people gotta understand, like, this is real people, real lives. It, like I know what I'm saying, I ain't fucking copping pleas for Thug, cause I mean he ain't the most stand up citizen, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you can't really be but feel so bad for him for his situation, but it just fucked up that damn this nigga put niggas like Gunna on basically, and then nigga out. And you know, Gunna, he's still trying to be cool with him and shit, but I would like for him to own up to what happened. Like, you told, you know what I'm saying, this is what it is.
Facts. And then that's what I was thinking too, because I was having this debate with some of my friends, some of my associates, because I don't really know if I want you to be my friend if you really listening to Gunna for real, because it's just a bad look for the simple fact y'all be making excuses for this man. Like, I was brought up like no excuses type shit. Like, I don't care what it was. Like, my dad, he didn't play none of that excuse shit. Like, if I tried to say, he said, what is that? An excuse. I'm like, damn, you right, because it is an excuse.
He definitely had hella excuses. Like,
facts. So I feel like that's what Gunna was just doing. Like, oh, I didn't know. Like, I would have had more respect for Gunna if he just flat out said, like, yeah, they set me up. Well, like, I fucked up. It was more so I fucked up. Yeah, they did probably have a little part to play. They did probably
what
just put him up on
he
that.
He didn't
bitch.
know he was gonna be on camera and then talking about some yes ma'am. He thought that shit was just gonna be kept off the record and shit like that. He didn't like. Someone probably snuck a phone into the court or whatever, but it's still
Literally.
like no like excuse for what you did, and then to come out and you still kind of talking, you rapping more gangster shit than you ever was, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't listen to the album, so he probably was swag rapping and talking about the money and the drip and all that shit too. But from the shit I seen, like, he talking gangster, talking about he pressing niggas that was calling him a snitch and all type of shit. So, like, he guess he still haven't learned his lesson, to be honest.
Couldn't have. But it's got to be on some shit. Like, you shouldn't have just said you snitch, because, you know, giving the excuses on the album, and, like, people are defending them. Like, people are in real life defending them, like, oh, they set him up. You can't say they set you up, because you did. What did you say on the stand? That was my biggest thing. Yeah. Fuck what he's saying on the album. What did he say on the stand in front of that judge?
And most of the people that are in these comments on the internet and shit, they're not the people that. Well, a lot of them are the people that listen to Gunna, because a lot of suburban kids, white, black, Indian, like whatever they are, they got money and their parents are able to get their parents' cars to actually buy music. So they are big consumers of guys like Gunna's music, and those are the same kids that get all the time in the world to be under every picture defending Gunna, like, know what I'm saying, like they life depend on this shit, like, and I think what it is a lot of them don't understand the depth of the situation. Like, when you are someone that signs up for a gang, it's literally codes, and it's like, it's all stupid. Don't get me wrong. Like, don't ever join a gang. It's all stupid, because you got to do shit like not snitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, you got to do shit like not snitch, and you be a real nigga and hold it down and do the time and all that bullshit. Like, it's all very, very stupid. But once you sign up, that's what it is. Like, it's not no, oh, no, they set me up. No, any type of, you live in that life, any type of cooperation. Like, you're not even supposed to snitch on 12. Like, it's literally, like, none of it makes sense. It's illogical as fuck, but it just is what it is, know what I'm saying? But that's why we do get so many niggas in that life telling, because it gets different when you got them 3-letter boys on you, know what I'm saying? Or you get, like, any type of law enforcement, if they on your ass and you in that room, niggas' palms get real sweaty when they talking about football numbers and shit like that.
Real life. And I feel like that's what, like, a lot of people just don't get. Like, especially people defending the Gunna. They don't understand, like, when you want to be a street nigga, you got to be a street nigga all around, bro. You can't pick and choose that shit. I feel like that too many people be trying to pick and choose. This is why I don't do street shit.
It's a losing game, but that's how you're supposed to play it. It's definitely a losing game. Like, look at Boosie. Said if a street nigga his whole life. Now he's fucking 40-something years old, still going through cases and bullshit like that. Like, it's dumb, know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you better off just being a regular citizen. But once you sign up for that and you're using that image to profit, now you fucked up, because now everybody know, oh, you're supposed to be this, you're supposed to be this. Like, it's like 6ix9ine, people look at it different, because most of those people didn't take him seriously. Like, the casual Gunna fans, they didn't know he was a Crip or nothing like that. Allegedly, they didn't know he was allegedly a Crip. But if you listen to his music, stuff he talks about, the shady baby shit, like, he's allegedly a shady part Crip, and you in that lifestyle, you're supposed to be doing that shit. But I mean, and we seen him on the Crime Stopper shit too. Like, I don't know if he was like technically snitching on that, but it kind of seemed like he was. I don't know. We know he ain't afraid to talk to them peoples. Know what I'm saying? Right. So I think that's where Thug kind of fucked up, because he said he could tell a snitch. My thing is, like, you can't really tell. Like, do crime alone. If you're gonna do crime, do it alone. That's the best fucking way, because now you can only tell on yourself. You got somebody else with you, it's so many ways. Especially most people who do crime, they're not the smartest motherfuckers. So, like, it's true. Like, they're not the smartest motherfuckers. So, like, say boom, like me and you, we got negative 30 points knocked off our IQ, and we decided to go do some stupid shit, rob a bank, and they catch both of us, put us in different rooms.
Don't say I snitch. Say you snitch.
They told me no. Like they came to me and like, damn, he just said you did it. And now I'm thinking like, oh, this nigga snitched on me. Now I'm snitching on you, thinking that you snitched on me, and you in the other room doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And that just comes from being a fucking idiot. Like if you're gonna do crime, at least know the laws. At least know like you're just better off saying nothing. Like
literally. And if Gunna wouldn't have literally said nothing, he wouldn't have been okay. But it was the fact that he literally said YSL was a gang.
He would have. The thing is, he wanted to get out that bitch. He wanted to get. You see how man, he had a joint with a BBL pull up to take him to the crib. Like as soon as he got out the jail, like he just wanted to go home. That's what it was about. Cause he could have definitely be his case. I don't think they had too much on him besides him being allegedly in the game. So he could have been good, but he wanted to go home. He didn't, because if he didn't tell, he probably would still be in there at least to his trial. Like,
and that's a maybe. Because for real, I think the only reason they was really holding up because when they got caught, when they got pulled over, there was a dirty gun.
Yeah. And which he said it wasn't his. So if it wasn't his, it's only him and Young Thug in the car. Then whose fucking gun is it? It's like, bro, don't say nothing, bro.
Literally, you'd be better off not saying nothing. Say like somebody just put that.
You never know your fucking lawyer could make
literally
some shit happen, do some soft shit, and make it seem like the fucking search was illegal or some shit like that.
Facts.
And I was saying, you never
niggas get guns thrown out all the time, bro.
That's why you gotta wait in those situations. And if you're not built from waiting, stay out the streets. Know what I'm saying? Just stay out the street, do your own thing. Gunna, career wise, I think he'll be all right, but this album, people listen because they want to hear what he wanted to say, what he had to say.
Facts.
The next one, I don't know, that shit might flop. Whatever, comparing like what's a flop to you, because we used to him selling over 100K. So if he sells like 20, 30, that's gonna be kind of a flop.
Definitely. And to be honest, that's really what it is. I feel like he shouldn't have just said nothing, just thugged it out, because that's what it be. If let's say we were regular civilians though, and somebody got a dirty gun. If I'm a civilian, it's okay to be like, yeah, that gun's not mine. He can do that if he a civilian. But if street niggas sticking to that street code, it's nothing. It just has to be literally nothing. And I feel like that's what's really fucking the shit up. Like, just cause how you a street nigga but talking. That's why I don't like. That's why when it comes down to like people defending him, I don't fuck with that shit. Cause like you're not getting the principle, bro. And now like that's what I said. Like one of my civilian friends, we just riding, and I got a dirty gun. This bitch, we get pulled, and I don't say shit. I'm expecting you to say shit cause you saying like you not a street nigga, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And it's certain people you already should know. Like, all right, if I like shit, me myself, if I don't know, let me, like, boom, one of y'all my damn Uber driver. Me, I'm a tax-paying civilian, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? And podcaster, YouTube, stocks, crypto shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. So if one of y'all is my Uber driver and next thing you know, you're like, oh yeah, I'm about to go fucking, I got this brick in the back with you. We about to drop this off, then I'm going to take you to your destination. And then we get pulled over. Officer, this is his shit. Right? I just got in this car. This is my Uber. I thought this was my fucking Uber driver. He got fucking coke and shit back here. Like, it's just not mine. You know what I'm saying? And that's something a motherfucking. But the thing is, like, street niggas, they don't be understanding that sometimes. They'll have a civilian with them and expect the civilian not to snitch or be doing business with people that they know is kind of shaky and might tell if the time comes and shit like that. You really can't trust nobody in this shit because it's like how Troy Ave say, like, the streets is a myth. Like, I know a lot of people don't like him because he snitched too, but it's dead ass true. Like, the rules don't make sense and it's built for you to lose at the end of the day, because you're gonna have to crash out behind some shit or you're gonna get caught with some shit.
And I feel like that's the only two ways to really go about this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Or your ass just gonna get locked up for a really ass long time.
And get shot.
Literally. That's why I said, like, and like, look, and especially like the music Gunna makes and shit. I feel like a lot of his shit was just cool ass, drippy ass shit. Yeah, and I feel like he shouldn't have just stayed with it, bro. Like, you couldn't have just stayed in your fucking lane. I feel like he tried to get in other niggas' lane that he really won't. I think.
I think it's just from being around real niggas, being around real street niggas.
Literally.
A lot of times you like motherfucker will be around and feel like he that too. Then boom, get in them situations. And mind you, like it takes a lot. Like you gotta be going through something. He probably spent a lot of nights crying in that cell. Like you gotta really going through something to have that big of an image and still cooperate. You know what I'm saying? Like then he thought no one was gonna know. Maybe he think like, alright, nobody know, and Big Slime ends up beating the case. Then good.
Boom, and that brings us to kind of our next topic of like the principle of things, bro. Because that's really what this thing really boils down to, is the principle of it. Because a lot of people in a lot of situations, they're just looking at the action. They're just looking at the action involved, like, oh, the action wasn't that bad. Most of the time, the action is never really that bad. It's the principle of the action, what that means about the person's character, bro. And that's how you have to judge people on their character. So if I'm judging you on your character, and if I know you did this larceny shit, even if it was some slight shit, like, let's say I'm cooling at your crib and I book on a bottle, some kind of bottle. I took a bottle of hen dog from you. Granted, you might have 100 bottles of that hen dog, bro. It's not even about the fact that I booked on it. It's about the character behind it. Like, this nigga literally just stole from me. That's not cool, bro. That's not cool at all.
It's many things that would be just irritate you about that. One is like, of course, your morals and your standards, and two, like you said, it's the principle. And three is just like, you think I'm bitch or something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You think I'm bitch?
It's like morals and standards is like, alright, you don't want no slippery slope, so you can't be the type of person that's just letting things slide, letting people take advantage of you and stuff like that. And two, just like the principle of something, that's when you're thinking like, okay, like fuck what it was, like why did you do the action that you did, and why did you feel like it's okay to do that? And then like sometimes some people do stuff without knowing, but like you can really tell, like it's like if they're lying about something to you after they did it, now it's like they probably was like down bad or something. They had to been down bad if they lying to you, because that means they scared. You know what I'm saying? At least if they're lying to you about it, he's like, alright, he don't think I'm bitch, but he know I'm gonna be angry about this shit. Yeah. So he's trying to lie. He's trying to cover his tracks and stuff like that. But you just gotta be wise in how you handle those situations. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you might gotta rough a motherfucker up or put up on him or just give him a stern talking to. Sometimes it's like, if it's like just cross like a crazy principle or crazy like boundary that you have like with that shit, yeah, like you gotta look at that relationship and start reevaluating at that point. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, you definitely want to be assertive, and you want to make sure like your presence is felt as a man without being like doing anything detrimental to your path at the same time.
Facts. Like, we not saying crash out about the shit. Like, I'll never say crash out, especially if it's some minor shit. Like, never crash out. But I'm just saying, like, you gotta know the kind of people you keeping around you. If a nigga do some shiesty shit once, he'll probably do some shiesty shit again. If a nigga lie to you, like, as a liar, like, he'll lie to you once or twice, he probably gonna lie again, bro.
Yeah, so you gotta address the situation and do some straightening, you know what I'm saying? Like the man said, like, you gotta get that shit straightening, like, for real. Because if you don't, it's gonna happen again, and then it's like, alright, some people, you let them do some shit so many times, they just think it's okay. It's like, if you got a girl and she fucking flirting with another nigga, y'all out, and she's flirting with another dude, you let her do it, what's gonna happen? She's gonna do it again. It's gonna get worse next time. Like, shit, you might end up kissing or fucking that nigga in front of you sooner or later. Like, you got to make sure, like, when principles is, like, when boundaries and shit is crossed, that you address it, because not cause the action, like, yeah, it might have been so small, or I don't know, maybe girl had the wrong type of clothes on, or she did some like just some little minor thing. It's like no, you still address it, especially if it's something that bothers you or crosses one of your boundaries. Because if you don't, then they're gonna think the shit is okay.
Every single time they're gonna think it's okay, and they gonna do some in that probably in that same category, some similar, some along the same boundary, and it's gonna make you upset again, bro. I'm telling you, and you don't want to keep letting shit slide because that shit is gonna build up, bro. I feel like we've all had some shit like we just let some shit slide because like we said that shit not even a big ass deal, bro. And then that shit happened again, and then that shit started building up, and you just explode one day. Then now they looking at you like, why the fuck this nigga spazzing like? But
they
whole
thought
time,
it was okay. They didn't
know.
Yeah, some of them will know, and then they still might try to act surprised. But some people would generally be oblivious to like how their actions are perceived by others. They might be looking at it from their perspective, like, oh, he has 100 Hennessy's. Who won't matter this one gone? But he's not looking at it from the perspective of nigga. I paid for all them bottles. You know what I'm saying? Like you taking money from me at that point.
Facts. And that's why I'm saying, like, and if that shit does happen, some shit, bro, just own up to that shit, bro. That's the best thing you can do. Because when niggas lie about it, that's when people start losing respect and losing character, bro. But if I took the bottle of Hennessy and he came like, hey, did you take a bottle of Hennessy? Be like, oh, yeah, my bad, bro. I had a shawty. I was trying to get her lit real quick. My bad.
Yeah, so many of them. I didn't think you could.
Yeah.
And then it's like, boom, your situation addressed. You can move on from that. Nah, I'm saying we don't have to hold grudges. We don't have to take things more personal than that. And boom, we just keep it moving. And that's how fucking successful relationships work. Like, whether it's friendships, family, girlfriends, like, things have to be addressed. So that's how those big risks happen. And that's usually how why girls can't be friends that much, because they don't be addressing this shit. Or when shit is addressed, it gets taken mad personal and this situation is fucked up. And that's how you know if you got feminine niggas around you, because they're gonna be like, if one little shit get addressed, little miscommunication or whatever, took the Henny bottle or whatever, you're not accusing me like, yeah, I took your Henny bottle, but damn, nigga, like, you ain't have to, damn, like, just the Henny bottle, like, come on now, like, we're now women, like,
literally, it's
took the Henny bottle instead. We're gonna figure out how we reconcile the situation, and we're gonna move on, like,
literally. And that's how it definitely should be with men and in your friend group, bro. But if you got like that one feminine man that just like every time you bring someone up, he start deflecting or bringing up shit you did, that's not good.
That's feminine qualities, like a motherfucker. Like, we've all been in a situation where the woman did something wrong or did something stupid, and then she's bringing up what you did 3 weeks ago. Like,
I'm so
fucking
serious.
try to make shit even or try to deflect from the situation at hand. It's like, we didn't argue about 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. It's today now. It's like, nigga, we're talking about what you just did. Like,
literally, that's what's important. Focus on the thing today, not nothing 3 weeks ago, bro. Simple as that. But on some real shit, bro, and this been sitting on my mind for a minute, bro. I know you seen that fucking submarine. Yeah. And boom, on to our next topic, bro. I know you seen that submarine.
Yeah, I did see that submarine, yes.
All right. So here's a little backstory on this. So I know y'all already know, though. Bro, so it's a submarine. They want to go see the Titanic. They say the sub's about the size of a taxi. It got a bath. It does have a bathroom in that bitch, and you can see there's a window. Like, there's a window in the bathroom.
Actually, I thought it was a monitor.
They say, like, when I was looking at the video, they was like, the only window thing was on the fucking toilet. They was like, it's the best seat in the house.
Okay, yeah. Because in the actual room that's not in the bathroom, they didn't even have a window out, just a monitor that had cameras outside. So they basically, a VR trip, but
literally. Dead ass, they should have just set the sub without niggas on it. But anyway, that's besides the point. Alright, so yeah. How many people? It was like 5 people on that bitch?
Yeah, I think that's the max it fit.
It was 5 people, and that bitch is controlled with a remote controller, like a little PlayStation remote controller. They said they did have sonar on that bitch. But, you know, when you get that deep, there are no comms. You don't got comms. You don't got None of that shit. How do you feel about that shit? Like, do you think it was a setup? You think niggas was like...
I don't know. It could have been a lot of things. Could have been a setup. Could have been they faked their death. It's a lot of crazy shit because so it supposedly imploded, which is this instead of this, like imploded on itself within I think 30 milliseconds. Like then they said that happened hours after they started going down. Well, the U.S. Navy actually heard that, but we didn't get that information until after the oxygen supposedly ran out. So it's like that, and also after the oxygen ran out, they supposedly started finding debris randomly and shit like that. Like, it seems a little bit shady, but it could have just been like we've all seen the videos of how that shit was like damn near looked like it was homemade. Literally looked like it was homemade. The dude said he went on 8 successful dives, I think, within like the past 3 years or something like that. Which to me is not enough. That's not enough. They said they fired the safety, the guy who said they needed to get like more safety checks on it and shit. They said they fired him. But I think it's just mostly just an unfortunate situation. To me, I don't know. I think it's a scam, to be honest. Like, you're paying $250,000 for some shit that look like it's fucking. I could have built that shit. Like they seal that bitch with a socket wrench.
That's crazy. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. And that was another fact that I found that was kind of crazy as well. They couldn't even open that bitch from the inside. Me personally, I get kind of claustrophobic, bro. Like tunnels, like little tunnel. I don't fuck with that shit. I don't fuck with none of that shit. So being in there, I would have never did it, me personally, just for that reason. But there's no way I'm going into a sub where I can't even get out this bitch if I wanted to, my nigga.
I mean, the thing is, you try to get out, you're gonna die.
I know, but it's still the principle of the shit, my nigga. We was just talking, it be the principle of shit. I can't even get out. I can't even get out this bitch if I want to, my nigga. It's like I'm being held against my will, kinda.
Yeah.
But on some real shit though. But back to the thing. All right, so they went down to see the Titanic.
Yeah.
So we all know the Titanic itself. There's still like shit about that, niggas. There's like fucking theories like what really happened because the people that was on the Titanic, they're all.
They did. It was a lot of rich guys that didn't agree with the Federal Reserve on there being made, which was made the year after the Titanic died. There was also they said, was it the Rothschild? It was Henry Ford or the Rothschilds. One of those guys. Actually, J.P. Morgan, the original, he so-called went to a psychic, I guess, and the psychic told him not to go on the trip, so he didn't go. That's the story, and maybe he was in, like, of course, he's with the banks and the Federal Reserve people and all that shit, so he might have been part of this shit, too. We don't know. It's definitely a lot of weird shit, but to me, it's like, how do you plan to hit an iceberg unless you paid the nigga off to hit that bitch? Like, because, they usually looking and shit from far trying to make sure. Like, we don't know how that bitch really, like, sunk, to be honest. I know that they were saying that also the craftsmanship wasn't up to par for real. Like, they used, like, weak steel and shit like that.
So bottom line is there's shit about it. Like there's some questions that need to be answered. So anything like that, bro, I'm probably not doing too much investigation on me personally, cause I like my life for real. I'm not trying to piss none of those big. I'm not trying to piss off the Federal Reserve, fucking big pharma, none of them niggas. I'm staying out the way. So for the simple fact, I'm not even going down that bitch for real. So for the fact that they even wanted to go down there and look at that shit is kind of crazy.
I mean, some people they get a lot of them. They say they were like infatuated with like the lore of the ship, which I mean. I guess I can kind of understand that, or if you just, they said like the billionaire, he just loved adventure and shit like that, so he just just doing shit. He just got so much money, he just throwing away. Here's 250,000. Yeah, I'll hop in the tin can and go 12,000 feet under the ocean, which is OD. It's like the pressure. They said it's like 35 elements
literally on your shoulders.
Like that's like you getting liquefied at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like you're getting fucking flattened for sure.
Definitely. 2 elephants, you fucked.
Yeah.
So
it's like you fuck going down there. Like if you, I wouldn't go down there to the bottom of the ocean. That does intrigue me because it's like they said we barely explored that shit at all. Who knows what the fuck down there? You know what I'm saying? Like who really knows? And all this alien shit been going on. Like they been claiming, or maybe it's all distractions for some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they did say like 700 immigrants. Right the day before that shit started, like 700 immigrants was on a boat and it sunk, and they only got saved like 100 something of them.
Damn, were they coming to America? Where
yeah, I think they was trying to get to America, and that shit happened like right before, the Atlantic Ocean, man. That shit doesn't like white people. Like all the slaves down there.
Probably not.
Be saying the spirits in the water. I don't know what's in the water, but I wouldn't go down there until we had like Iron Man suits and shit like that. That we said, making sure that we good down that bitch. Literally. Not fucking the little tin cans that niggas say, oh yeah, it's 2023. We can do anything. Come on, let's go. I had 8 successful trips, 12,000 feet on some shit that's squeezing the ship every time you go. You don't think you need to build other ships or like make sure that bitch is right before you go back under that bitch? But
fact. And to be honest, I be looking at the same shit because I seen that pressure fact, and I was like, damn. And then you got to think it's just metal, my nigga. There's regular niggas like strong men that be bending that shit, bro. Have you ever seen a person like legit like bend those big ass screws and shit?
Yeah.
There's no, bro. I need vibranium. I need vibranium if I'm going in that bed.
Yeah, WD some tough ass shit going down there, bro. And they didn't have no rope. I don't know. It's a lot of things that they could have did better. I think the lesson to be learned is just don't fuck with the bottom of the ocean for what. Like, why niggas going to see the Titanic? Like, it's not shit to look at. Old rusty ship. Like, you can't even go inside the bitch or nothing
literally.
Like that.
It's like, not like they free diving in there.
Yeah, bitch. Like shit, you be fucking dead as fuck trying to free dive. Like dead all the time. Creatures down there. I'm like, nah. Fuck I'm that. Good up towards the surface.
Literally, and you gotta think, bro. They had some, but no comms. You can't communicate worth shit. And I was just thinking, bro. Like a lot of divers. Well, I seen this bitch on 47 meters. You seen that movie 47 meters with them big ass fucking sharks and shit?
Yeah.
We gonna get to that after that. But bro, most divers have some kind of rope or something connected to them, like some kind of string or something. Just some.
If you're going down that far, hell yeah, bro. Like
literally just some slight shit that so like you can get pulled back. Goddamn. So you
most people like free diving, you're only gonna go like maybe like 90 feet. You're not going that OD far. Even like they said, the Navy subs only go 2,000 feet down. So they went a whole another 10,000 feet down.
Facts. And you gotta think like
this, and to be in a fucking tin can with niggas farting and shit, like nah.
Literally. And if that bitch didn't implode first, that would have been better, bro. Because if not, them niggas would have been suffering like fuck.
Fuck yeah. Fucking you just in there. Like
just in that bitch. In that bitch niggas. Literally. Because I don't know if they had food. I don't know if they had food and shit. And
they said they had like some snacks, and they were always allowed to bring one water bottle. Yeah.
One fucking water bottle.
Yeah, that shit was bootleg as fuck. Like I just think some fucking Somalian pirates would be doing some shit like that, like just building some random shit, like and trying to like, oh yeah, American, you want to come down here? Let's go to see Titanic.
Scamming them.
Yeah.
And you want to know what's crazy, bro? The Somalian pirates, they wasn't always like that.
Like what you mean?
Like they wasn't always robbing niggas.
Yeah, they had to like fucking colonization came and all that
they
shit.
They polluted their fucking water.
Yeah.
Killed all the fish.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is fucked up, bro.
So when them boats come through, they on there.
Like... Literally. So, like, I didn't even know that. Because most people just think, oh, Smiley, they just do this just cuz. Like, bro, no, bro. Niggas poisoned their water, kill all their fish because they were fucking fishermen.
Fucking Jack Sparrow and them niggas, those was niggas. Like, them Caribbean pirates, they was niggas. Same thing. Dealing with the fucking British people. Like,
hell yeah. And then that's why they start getting on niggas' asses. Like, you know what, fuck that. We taking all your shit.
And then you see the media and all that shit. They try to portray, like, the Somalian pirates. Like, oh, they're bad. They're kidnapping people and shit like that. Like, why are they doing this, though? It's
Thanks.
all crime really starts with poverty. You know what I'm saying? But what caused the poverty? You know what I'm saying? Unfair, unequal treatment. Africa not being unified. Like, it's a lot of shit.
Literally, so that's why I said, anytime someone do something, don't just, you gotta ask why did they do this shit. And I'm talking about, like, don't get me wrong, some people might not have a valid reason, but that should be your first question. Why did they do this? Somebody do some shit to you, why did they do? Somebody send you some weird shit, why did he text me this?
A serious, like a superior man, a man that's a high version of himself, he's always gonna think like that. That's why them fucking slave masters wasn't superior at all, because they're like, okay, they're thinking, they're thinking like, okay, from our perspective, we're doing what's right. We're supposed to be in charge. We're supposed to keep these slaves and sell them and beat them and do these things. Like, they're not thinking about the slave perspective or none of that. And then when the slaves revolt and start killing their ass, oh, they're bad. They're breaking the law. They're doing this. Shoot them. Like, they're doing all that shit is because they don't understand the perspective of being a fucking slave and being stripped away from your culture and your family and all that shit. Like,
facts. And that's what, like, any superior man, that should be your first thing. Like, anybody do some shit, why are they doing this? Like, don't just go to the what you feel like you need to do next. Like, somebody slap you, you might gotta slap their ass back real quick. But afterwards, you could think, why the fuck did this person just slap me? Type shit. Bro, and that kind of brings us to our next thing, bro. Basically, like, Sonder. If y'all know what Sonder is, basically, everybody lives their life in their own, like, way. Like, just how, like, I feel like I'm in my own body. I'm seeing life through my perspective. You see life through your perspective. I might think you're thinking something or think I know why you're doing it. But in reality, I don't. I don't. I'm just knowing...
You can only assume, really.
For real. I'm just knowing through my experiences in life what I think. And that's how most people go about their life. Like, but you got to think about it. It's everybody's life, bro. Everybody has that life. Everybody's problems are important, bro. So next time someone, like, doesn't do some shit or you're walking, someone just doesn't hold the door for you, you can't take shit personal. Like, you can't take shit because you might not think this person might just have some horrible shit happen to them. They might just got in the car accident and they're not thinking about holding the fucking door, bro. They're thinking about their problems, like how they gonna fix their car, like how they gonna do this, how they gonna do that. So I feel like as a society, we gotta stop taking that shit so personal, bro.
Yeah, definitely. People should. I mean, I don't even think as a society like that will truly ever happen just because, like, the way things are going. But I would say, like, individually, like, if you're watching this and us for ourselves, like, it definitely gives us an edge in the world. Because if we're around here taking everything personal, now everything got control over you. Any little thing somebody say or do can take you off your pivot, and now you ain't fucking, you think about some whole other shit when you got business to tend to, it'll fuck you up. But if you are in control of that, you understand how the world works, you understand it. They don't even know. They just they literally just don't even know, and you understand that and just give people grace because of that. You gonna be way better off than most people.
Facts. And you'll be legit happier, bro. I found myself legit happier, especially driving, bro. I used to have some badass road rage, like, motherfucker. I'm talking like somebody come in, I'm like, what the fuck, you dumb son of a bitch. But now I just be like, bro, somebody cut me off on the way here.
Correct.
Dead ass. That, like, making that left turn onto fucking Broad. Making that fucking left turn at that fucking light. You know that weird ass fucking light. I was making that left turn. Someone cut me all the way off. I was like, and then they beeped at me too. I was like, bro, they don't even know. Like, you can't. They don't know you, bro. They don't know you crash out on this niggas.
They don't know it. A lot of times, motherfuckers do not know what they be fucking with. And when they moving like that, you just gotta understand, like, they're not gonna last too long out here. They're
not. And that's the people you just gotta stay away from. Just don't even get mad type shit. Don't beat back. Don't like, cause bro, they just don't know. Like, ignorance is bliss, bro. Ignorance is bliss. So you got to know this person is legit ignorant. He's not thinking about nothing. He don't know who's in this truck. He don't know nothing. He don't know what I'm capable of. He don't know how to get out this truck on this nigga.
And ignorance, man, it comes in all shapes, forms, and sizes. It doesn't have a color. It doesn't have a IQ. It doesn't have none of that shit. Like, it'll be the most. And then, you know, it's like, my perspective on certain shit is like, all right, like, I got a friend. He's having money problems, but he also in med school right now, so he's trying to, like, navigate all that. And to me, it's like, you don't, like, you want to be an entrepreneur, but you also want to go to med school. To me, it's like, from my perspective, it's like, well, shit, you have a lot more money, and all that brain power you're using on med school, you could use it on entrepreneurship, and you'll be good. But doesn't see it in that perspective. To him, it's like, nah, he has to do med school. I don't even see it in him that he really, like, maybe it's just my perspective of him fucked up, because maybe he really deep down, like, yeah, I want to be a doctor, I want to be fucking gynecologist or whatever type of fucking doctor he trying to be. Like, I think he's trying to be a plastic surgeon, to be honest. But to me, it's like you, I don't know. It's just like, nigga, you talk about wanting money now and things like that. Go do it. Go get it. Put the plan into motion. You know everything you need to do, but it's the whole, like, my perspective is just different from his. His, like, I gotta go to school, and shit, who knows? Maybe later on he'll come to me like, yeah, man, you was right, man. Why the fuck did I go to med school? I'm got this doctor job, and I'm still only making this amount of money when I could have been had these rental places and did this. And he's trying to do it all at the same time, but you can tell it's like very draining. Whether if he narrowed his focus, in my perspective, I think he would do a lot better. But, and you know what I'm saying, I've had this conversation with him, but he's stuck on his perspective, and it's like, part of it could be ignorance, part of it could just be being stubborn, or just not wanting to quit something that he wants to finish and shit like that. A lot of people do feel like that, like, oh, I want to go back to school just to finish. To me, it's a waste of fucking time, though. You going just to finish, just to get a degree. To me, that sounds like, if you don't want to actually use it or get the job and shit like that, then it's valid. You're just chasing validation at that point.
Facts. And that's one of the worst things. People want to do shit. I understand finishing college for your mom, your dad, your family. You want to be the first one. I understand that shit. But in this life, bro, you got to follow your dreams.
Yeah, you got to do what you want to do. And it's like, all right, if you want to do both, then that's cool. Then don't fucking complain about the shit, though. I be hearing niggas complain. That's the only reason why I address the shit. It's like, if I hear you complain, you're like, I need money, or I got all these things on my table, then you obviously don't want that whole table. You need to figure out what you want off that table and fix your plate. You don't want every side and shit that's on the table, obviously, if you complaining about it, to me. Literally. But again, that's my perspective. He might think like, yeah, I just complain about it sometimes, but this is what I really want to do. So,
and you absolutely right. But I will say, like, complaining about it, you complain about to another man, he gonna give you a solution to it.
Hell yeah.
Like, so like you be ready for that shit.
Facts.
And I feel like as men, that's what we supposed to do: help each other out, give solutions. Mm-hmm. And I feel like another problem is, niggas don't be taking the solutions, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and that's something I'm working on to this day. Like, especially if it's someone's good. Like, if you give me a great solution to a problem, I'm gonna try my best to get out of my own little bubble. Like, try to see it from your perspective, and see what you really need.
Yeah. And that, just even having that, like, it gets very irritating, because sometimes you'll think like, the path will be so clear to you.
What the fuck?
This got me started.
Oh, good to know. So this bitch might be like a 30 or a 45.
Might have been 25, 40. Yeah, it was like 30. Yeah, it was like 30. Yeah, because it was on before I started. Yeah. What was I saying though?
It would get annoying.
Oh yeah. So boom, it gets irritating sometimes when you do feel like that, but you just have to like understand, like, just because the path for them see it so, like, you can see it, like, you see it so clearly, like, all they got to do is this and this, but to them it's like, nah, they got to do this, that, then they got to go over here, do this, and then move this way and do that. If it's like that, then that can, or if they think like that, then sometimes you just gotta like let them, like, of course, still give them the solution, give them your perspective, especially if they ask. If they didn't ask, then sometimes like you just, it's better off letting them figure it out on their own and learning. But sometimes you might drop something, you might give them a gem, and they won't understand it in the moment, but it'll click, you know, later down the line. And a lot of times when that happens, like, people will hit you back up or come back around and be like, yo, like, when you said that, I didn't understand it at the time, but now I do.
Facts. And y'all don't understand how important that shit really is, because you just hit on a great gem, bro. People see your life differently, bro. And since it's your life, most people complicate their lives more than it really is. It's great to have like an outside source to be like, nah, like, it's not that complicated for real. Like, you just got to do this, and it's like, that's all you got to do. Because it's like that with a lot of my friends too. Like, with their problems, I'll be like, bro, your problems, I mean, they're your problems, so they seem bigger, but from the outside looking in, they're not that big, bro. All you got to do is literally this, and I promise you, your life will be so much better. So, same, that's why you need that good friendships, people to tell you, like, oh, I'm going through this. You are going through this, but if you do these things, your problems gonna take care of themselves, bro.
Mm-hmm. Then it's like, most of us as guys, especially, like, then everybody I be around, they know what it is that's holding them back. It's just getting over that mental hump of actually defeating what's holding them back, whether it's some type of vice or some type of reoccurring action. Maybe they fucking still watching porn or some shit like that. Like, whatever it is that's holding them back, most of us, especially as men, we know. It's like I seen this dude, it almost triggered me, but it was right. Bro was saying like what's all this talk about self-improvement? It's like, duh, bro, you're supposed to be improving yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's exactly how it should be, but most niggas don't understand that. That's why it is room in this space for people who are talking about self-improvement, because most niggas don't understand that. Yes, duh, like, we're supposed to be improving ourselves and getting better every day and shit like that. Like, it should be that simple, but it's not nowadays, you know what I'm saying?
It's not, especially like with all the other distractions and shit, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is, though. It is the distractions, to be honest. Like, you put damn near any nigga in the room with no distractions, he'll fix his shit.
Bro, that's why I'm saying, like, jail, some niggas really thrive in that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like,
jail saved some niggas' lives, and I was trying to explain that to somebody before. They didn't understand it, but some niggas, like Charleston White said a lot too, like, it would keep their ass alive. Especially like some dudes that go at 16 don't get out till 21 type shit. Like a lot of those times, those dudes, they probably would have been dead before 21. A lot of times. Sometimes, like, more often than what I say, sometimes dudes come out and do the same shit, but a lot of dudes do go to jail, change their life, accept religion, and learn something and build a skill. Like, it's a dude that's a stock trader. He learned how to trade stocks in jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and he's very, very good at it. It's a lot of things you can learn. I think most American prisons don't have enough programs and stuff like that, but it could be changed if the right people in power.
That is facts. That is facts. That is literally facts. And I feel like you just need that time to, like, think and reflect and shit, bro. Because that's all you can really do in jail. Just reflect on your life. Like, that's what a lot of people on the outside need too. Like, just slow it down, bro. You moving too fast sometimes. You trying to do this. Sometimes you just gotta breathe. Like, what's the most important thing I gotta do now?
Mm-hmm. The people that usually, like, fuck up in jail, they be the ones, or prison, they be the ones who get caught up in the little world that it is. It's like I gotta say, like, a job is like its own little world. Like, jail, it's its own little world. Everything that, if you're in it, you're in it. If you're not, you don't give a fuck about what's going on in it. But if you're in it, you're in it, and it's hard to keep your mind free while you're inside that day-to-day life of, oh, these guys doing this, these guys doing this, and this is going on. That's why it's so important to put yourself around the right type of people if you do end up in a place like that for whatever reason, because that can really make it or break you. If you meet the first dude you meet gets you in a gang versus the first dude you meet helps you become Muslim, or he gets you into reading, gives you a few books or some shit like that, or he fucking in this graphic design program they got, and he tell you, oh, come fuck with that, and you go fuck with that, you'll be alright. But if you go with the niggas that's in the gangs, that's not doing nothing, that's doing drugs in that bitch, drinking in that bitch, like you're probably gonna end up in trouble or in some shit. Like
facts. That's totally true, my guy. That is totally true. But that is the end of today's episode, man. I just want to say thank y'all for locking in, tuning in, being with us, man. We love y'all for real.
Yes, sir. We love y'all, man. I'm gonna get this episode out tonight. Tonight is Saturday right now, so we're gonna get it out tonight. We'll be right back for y'all Wednesday or Thursday next week. And yeah, man, just keep taking care of yourself, doing all those good things, man. Do something different today. Like, do something when you watch this, or after you watch this, go outside and just do something different. Not nothing crazy though, something positive.
Facts. Do an ab workout, dude. Hey, shout out to JU 5-minute plank tutorial, man. I've been doing that for a while now, and I promise you I've been getting crazy. Like, if y'all haven't, go lock into that bitch.
Hey, for real, man. Get y'all bodies right, man. It's, you know what I'm saying? Fuck a summer body. You need your all year body, man. With that, as always, we love y'all.
Yeah.